Hi doctor, I am Boon Jian Pen. So now I'm going to present my lab 3. So as lab 3 required, we need to design a synchronous counter using JK flip-flop. So the first step, we need to determine our state diagram. So for me, I use 100 represent my red light to be turned on, then 001 is for green light and 010 is for yellow light. So I have my sequence, so now I can determine my next step table. So for the first step is my red light to be turned on, then green light, then yellow light. So next step, the first will be my green light, followed on with yellow light. So this is the flip-flop transition table. So from next step table and using flip-flop transition table, I can determine my JK map. So for the first, so as we can see, the first output transition is 0 to 1. So referring to transition table, 0 to 1 is 1 for J and don't care for K. So I plot it out in my JK map, 1 for J, don't care for K. So next, from 001 to 010, you can see as green here, as G here, is 1 to 0. Referring to the transition table, 1 to 0 is don't care for J and 1 for K. So I plot it out here, don't care for J and 1 for K. So the same method applied to JG, KG, JY, KY, JR, KR. So all we can plot it out. Then we can map into the JK map. So for 100 for JG is 1. So I plot it here, 100 for J is 1. Then for 001, J is don't care. 001, J is don't care. Then for the last one, 010 for JG, 010 for JG is 0. So as these three plot out, the rest we apply don't care. So the same method applied for all the JK. So from here, we can see that we can group above 2 and the bottom 2 as one group. So we can get JG is equal to not Y. Then go to K map for G. K map for G, as we can see, is 1 and don't care. So we group it all, that will become 1. So the same method applied for JY, for KY, for JR and KR. So from here we can draw our circuit diagram. So we need 3 JK flip-flop to build a synchronous counter for a single traffic light. So referring for the JK map, we can find out all the K is 1. So we connect all the K into a voltage supply, which means logic 1 in SATA logic. So next, we will look at all the J. For JG is equal to not Y. So here, for J input for the flip-flop G, we will connect to output of not Y, which is flip-flop for Y. Then next, JY is not R. So for J input for flip-flop Y is not R. So same as flip-flop R. Flip-flop R is not G. So we connect with not G. So the first light will be red and green and yellow. So this is how a single traffic light works in real life also.